Ask Abby if she thinks Rigiji supports Linda Mwananchi 100%, given that he is now not the only tsunami pushing against Kasongo. Also, does she think Kalonzo will agree for Sifuna to get the top seat? Where?
What?
Hiyo ni fire question.
No, hiyo hata Trisha ongeze 10 nyingine.
Hiyo ongeze 10 nyingine. Hiyo ongeze 1999.
Ongeze 10 nyingine ya kufungua saba. Surely.
Yes. So Abby.
Yes. I think first and foremost, I'm going to give a lot of credit to what Rigiji has done so far in the opposition and galvanizing the Mount Kenya, region. And if there's a person who has always been very keen on appreciating the political muscle of various opposition leaders, has been him. You remember he's constantly saying it will be a game of numbers. And so for us, we have always taken that as a challenge, and that's why you've seen us move very fast and with speed. And for us to have gone to Western, for example, is to also just ensure that that block alone also remains and becomes Sifunated as the rest of the Kenyans. And as much as we appreciate that Sifuna is a national leader, it was also important for us to lock that block for him and have partnership with people like the governor of Trans Nzoia County, who is a very good gentleman that is supporting Sifuna, George Natembea. And so I feel Rigiji's, and you can tell even from how he speaks about Sifuna, he's quite, he's very enthusiastic about him, and he's very shocked. I know we have really shocked a lot of leaders in the opposition, but Rigiji, a sense of shock is that of, wow, enyewe mumekuja hata mimi, wacha, let me pull up my socks. So the best case scenario for me would be the Mountain and Mulembe coming together, because their numbers would completely shake what would needs to be shaken, and they bring, if they were able to galvanize both regions towards the opposition as we are doing, then we have a very formidable opposition. Kalonzo is doing some very good work as well, and Honorable Matiang'i. The other day, Kalonzo was in Fixing the Nation, and he was asked the same question: would you deputize Sifuna if he was chosen as the presidential flag bearer? And he said, yes, why not? And he proceeded to also just sell himself as the presidential candidate. So I feel they're going to be, just like any group formation, we will go through the normal processes. Storming, already hata watu wameanza kupigana opposition, and it is normal. We don't want people to panic. It happens. Even us in Linda Mwananchi, when we started, a storming happened. Now we have stabilized. Now we are morphing into a party. So we have to appreciate the processes of the push and pull. We are seeing, for example, the Matiang'i Team Jubilee fighting a little with Team DCP. We've seen Akina Munya coming out very strongly to call out Rigiji on what they perceive as, him not appreciating their small parties or what they are bringing to the table. But our message as Linda Mwananchi has always been, we need everyone. We need to gather everyone and scatter no one. And so we believe in bringing everybody on board. But on top of that, we are also going to have a second tier conversation of, yes, you are also part of the opposition and you are saying one term and Ruto must go, but are there integrity issues that the public have with you in regard to holding a certain office? And so for us, we are just in tier one of engagement with the opposition, and that's why you're seeing our presidential candidate, Edwin Sifuna, went and visited Matiang'i, went and visited Mheshimiwa Kalonzo, and I know they are planning to also have a sit down with Rigiji, so that towards, just breaking bread, removing tension, removing this healthy competition amongst the opposition, and reminding everybody, adui ni mmoja, ni Kasongo, and at the end of the day, we must remember that our need for power cannot supersede the need to save this country and restore back this country to what it needs to be. Yeah.
Okay.